So FragPunk a while ago released a video with IItztimmy going over some questions with the lead developer, I believe, of the game. And in today's video, we're going to react to this and see what they've got to say. If there's anything we can dish out of this that we don't know already, and maybe it tells us some information about the future or what actually is FragPunk. Obviously, we know it's a hero shooter and cards can completely change the game, but maybe there's a little bit more to the lore or anything like that. Let's jump in.
Hey guys, I'm IItztimmy.
I'm Shin.
And today we're going to be doing an interview. So Shin, why FragPunk? You know, how did you come up with FragPunk? And you know, like, is this your first game that you created?
FragPunk is my first game. Why I make this game? I think I'm a shooter player. I love shooters, but also I'm a very hardcore card player, and I always have the feeling that I want to combine shooter and card game together. That gives me the inspiration of making card into competitive shooter.
So then, like, when you say like you played card games, what type of card games? Is it like Hearthstone or like?
I played them all, but my favorite is Slay the Spire. Yeah. A lot of this kind of genre game came out, and I played them a lot. Yeah.
So just a quick thing, guys, if you don't realize, yeah, they're talking about card games. And if you haven't even seen anything to do with FragPunk, it's not like a card game. Yes, there are cards that can change the way the game plays, but the game is very much a hero shooter. But at the beginning of each round, you select a card if you can, if you've got the points to do so. And the cards can do things like create a larger head, a smaller head, give you more damage to the body, let's say, create or block off an area until you do so much damage, or add grass so you can hide in it. Lots of things like that. It's not a card game as in you dish out cards. It's none of that. It's the case of the cards that you pick is the way the round's going to go. So yeah, hopefully you're probably going to see a little bit more of that in this video, because if you are new to the FragPunk genre or game, that would be really confusing hearing that part.
I play them a lot. Yeah.
I've never played Slay the Spire myself. I've seen a bunch of friends play it, and I could see the similarities in it.
Yes, actually I'm also a big fan of sports, and I play FIFA and 2K from very young and play the whole series. That's why some rules in our game, in FragPunk, I get some inspiration from football, like the duel. Duel is a penalty shootout.
I definitely see like similarities from the bunch of games you've listed, and that's what makes FragPunk really cool, because you take the regular concept of a 5v5 tactical shooter, but then you add like the best aspects of every different game that you've enjoyed into it. I think the shard cards is what makes it the most unique. You change up the game, and like each round is just no longer the same anymore. It's never repetitive, you know, like the combos of each card. Sometimes you're gonna get like the big head, the turtle bag.
Some cards are really competitive, but others are really funny.
Yeah, like shooting your teammates heals them. It's like, that is OP, you know, competitively. But then like some of them are like the big head. It's like very like troll funny, but it's also really good.
So just a quick thing here, guys. Now, there is a card competition coming up. So if you've got any ideas for cards in the next 2 days, they're going to reveal, when the game releases, reveal how we can potentially get our card ideas in the game. These are the 3 that I've come up with so far. Let me know in the comments down below, which is your favorite card out of these three things, and what one should I push forward? So as we can see, we've got the card that I invented called the Death Wish. Now, I thought this is good because obviously, as we know what a Death Wish is, when people say, oh, you must have a Death Wish, it's probably because you're walking on thin ice, right? And the chances are you could potentially die by doing that. Well, I thought, why don't we just give everyone the one-shot capabilities in that round? But not only the enemy team, also your team can one-shot. So it makes it really flipping cool. The next card we've got was actually because my friend went, damn, try and make me a card, and his name is Just Bullet. So shout out to you, Wayne. The ability that it gets is enemies only get 1 bullet in their primary, but it's 1 shot, 1 kill. What do you think of that one? Obviously for 1 round, and it's quite expensive to get because it can be quite OP, but it can also make it really hard, because if you miss that shot, then you have to jump onto your secondary. Now, this one has been received really well because I did put it on the Reddit, and it's heads and toes. So max damage is now applied to your feet instead of your head. So as we all know, headshot damages take the most damage, but why don't we Uno reverse card that and make it so the damage or max damage is at the feet and the least damage is the head? What do you think of these? Which one's your favorite? Let me know in the comments down below.
So who do you learn these skills? Because you are already the best. Who should you learn from?
I don't consider myself the best. I do think like I am a top player, but even with bad players and obviously good players, you can learn from each other because everyone has like their personality difference. Like some people are a little more aggressive, some more passive. And for me, a role model that I've always like watched was Shroud, and you know he's always really good at every game. So you can kind of just like watch him and just kind of take notes. But when it comes to an individual,
you take notes.
Yeah.
Watching and take notes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
not like I'm like writing down notes, but like mental notes. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, the way he sung that was really good. You know?
How I envy you to become a competitive player. Cause practice.
Yeah, no word of a lie. Probably to this day, the best player I've seen online in video games who does mechanically pick up everything and has played almost every type of game. When I mean that, is gone from MMORPGs to the likes of, as we know, Counter-Strikes, etc. And Shroud is an absolute GOAT. IItztimmy, though, is an incredible player. Now, IItztimmy is probably the best player on Apex Legends as a solo, in my opinion. And I am curious to see, obviously, we've seen Shroud play it. But if Shroud went as hard as IItztimmy, would he actually be better, or would IItztimmy still be a better player than Shroud? Interesting.
I envy you to become a competitive player because practice aiming is too much burden for a guy who work every day, you know.
That is true, but you get to work on the game, so you can kind of like find like the little loopholes, you know what I mean? Like you made the game, so then you know everything about the game. For someone like me, I have to like learn, so you have that advantage. What made you want to be a game producer, and you know, like what qualities does it, you know, take to be a game producer, and also like how did you get started?
Even in my college, I spent too much time playing games, which makes my GPA not very good. After I graduated, I found the opportunity working in NetEase, and I came here and became a designer. I'm being the designer for about 5 to 6 years. At that time, I'm always playing shooter games in my office when I'm free. And my boss, oh, this guy, he's quite good, and he loves shooter games. So I think he may be the guy who can make shooter games. So let him be. So he to build a team, to build a very small team, like 1 programmers and 2 artists, 4 people. We together let us to try some demos, and then I tried a lot of demos. The teams are building up, and finally we found out what we really want to make.
I see. So then you have.
I like that. This is not just a forced shove it down your throat project that you have to do, you have to make now, get it done. No, they trialed and errored a lot of things, and yet again, he does like a lot of elements of a lot of games that a lot of people like. So this should resonate with a lot of people, because the likes of the adrenaline you get from your sports games and the ones that you get from your shooters, plus maybe the adrenaline you get from card games, who knows, but combining it all into one's really refreshing to hear. And this was definitely no rush. I believe this has been in development for a while, and we do know that it's done its alphas, its betas, so there's definitely been a progress with this, or a lengthy time with this to get it right.
Had somebody kind of like help you, like guide you through like the beginning. I think it was pretty cool that your boss kind of like observed it and was like, yeah, I think you could do it, and you know, he let you do your thing.
Yes, because that time we are not making a shooter game, but I'm playing shooter games all the time. He feels, oh, this guy, he really loves shooter games. So yeah, give me the chance. Also, I have an idol, and my idol is Kojima, because I play Metal Gear series from my young time. This is my favorite games.
Oh, wow.
That's why I want to make my own games, and I want the game to have its own features, not a copycat.
Yeah, so that's the good thing about this. It's not a copycat. Obviously, there's elements that other games do have, but it does come across more of a passion project than an actual, like I said before, ramming it down your throat.
Take my working badge here. The photo on my working badge is Kojima, not me. Because we look a little alike. Our working badge, you can only upload your own photos, and I take Kojima's photo to our HR. I said it's my photo, and she look at the photo, and look at me. And, she think for about 1 minute.
So,
yeah, is that you? Yes, I see, it's me. I think she don't know Kojima, so she think it's me.
I see.
Yeah, and so she uploads the photo on my working badge.
Maybe I should do this.
I love that.
I should get like one of Shroud and be like,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very given already, but I love FragPunk.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me here and inviting me out, and even just offering for me to play the game. You know, me and Shroud first started playing it, and we just had an amazing time. We enjoy playing FPS shooters in general with each other, but when I played FragPunk, I was just like so shocked. I was like, wow, this game is like super polished. When we play like beta tests or alpha tests, usually it's like, okay, like it's a little buggy and it's a little clunky, and then we'll send kind of feedback through, but like this one just always just felt it was ready to go. It was just so much fun, like when we started getting in the higher MMR lobbies, it's just like the strategy aspect of it, the combination with the shard cards. I felt like I was on a playground again for FPS.
Big head. Let's go. Big head for sure.
It's such an epic game, man. I don't know, this is just advertising Steam. Let's get rid of that. Bosh!
If you want to provide your design idea to our game, what card do you want to make?
Something just like off the top of my head is like, you know how you make the big head? What if you make the big body? You know what I mean? Like big limbs, like his arms are bigger, his legs are bigger. Like if their legs are bigger, that means like maybe they move slower, or maybe let's say a box is this high and they'll be able to hide behind it because they're bigger, now they're taller. And imagine like there's like that 3 set where you make the heads big, the body big, and the legs big, and it's just like this guy's just massive running around.
Yeah, it's very interesting. This idea is very interesting, yes.
Do you believe that FragPunk is beginner friendly?
I think so, because we do several designs to, to fit for the beginners. Our aiming is accurate. The bullet is located into your crosshair. I think that's what a gun should be.
Quick thing, if you didn't know, because I haven't mentioned it in this game is the same developers who made Marvel Rivals. And if you've played that game, you know how polished it is, you know how good it is with the replay systems, everything like that. Well, you're probably going to get a lot of the same elements in this game. I've obviously already played it, playing the closed beta test. But yeah, there was a replay. I don't know if there's a live spectating, but the game was completed back then. In my eyes, it didn't need no improvement. It should have flipping released that day. But holding on to it, it's obviously built up a little bit of hype. I don't know how many people are hyped for it because there's not much content out there. But yeah, I do really, really believe that this will probably be the most played shooter of 2025. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, it's going to be a top contender, that's for sure.
I agree. I think like how fast you ADS, and then I think the recoil on majority of the guns are very easy. They're not like pattern that goes crazy. It's just like one straight line. I do agree that like the shooting aspect is very simple.
Also, the movement will let you to run shoot. You don't have to do the counter strike. That's quite good for beginners.
Yeah, so I really like this yet again, because if you've played Valorant, you've played Counter-Strikes, you have to shoot the floor to shoot someone in the head if you're spraying, and you probably 9 times out of 10 have to stand still when you want to take a shot so your bullets don't go everywhere because the bloom is crazy. This game typically shoots like a normal shooter that you would know and have experienced on the market, so it's really flipping cool. It plays so well, and the hit reg is top tier.
From kind of playing a lot of games and testing a lot of games, like community feedback. We sometimes think that we always have like the best ideas, but sometimes like, just regular people, they just come up with something genius. You're like, wait.
They are the best designers. They give us a lot. In this alpha test, our community, they message me and give me a lot of ideas about, I think this card can be designed like this, it will be better, or I don't like this card, and yes, a lot of feedbacks and some new ideas. That's really great.
I think with a lot of like the support from the community, I think you'll be fine with all of these cards. So I'm very excited. Another question I could ask is, like the art style. It's, very different from like other games. What made you kind of go into this art style?
I love it.
To be honest, our artist is good at making realistic games. But when we are making our game, we feel our game should not be very serious. So we try to make the whole game looks more crazy. More fun. I think our art style is the middle between realistic and cartoon. You can see in our logo there are some green. There is a very interesting thing about why we use green. Because at that time we try to find a color which can fit our style, and we try many colors like purple, like yellow, and why green? Because it's our art director's phone. His phone broke, and there is a very bright green line in his screen.
It's so noticeable.
At that time, with
No way.
it's very good color, and we never seen this color in other games. What do you think of our game? Do we fit for esports in the future?
From my personal experience, I think any 5v5 tactical shooter can be, you know, in an esports.
Even randomness?
Yeah, even with the randomness, I think the way the genre is alone, it just creates a lot of room for competition, you know, even in casual play and ranked and everything like that. So I do think there will 100% be a competitive like aspect of it. The main thing is just kind of figuring out like what type of game mode is competitive and, you know, finding that balance between the cards. In a competitive environment, I do think that is very important to find that balancing.
I think the
Yeah, do you know, this is one thing I love here is the producer is sitting there listening, asking questions, engaging with Timmy and trying to get his thoughts, deep diving into them thoughts of someone who is highly supported in the gaming realm. So it's really good. And he just sits back and listens, doesn't talk over him. It's beautiful.
I think that is very important to find that balancing.
I think the most exciting one for the esports maybe the
Yeah.
The duel is, I think, the greatest thing I've ever played.
What? The overtime mechanic is 1v1?
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
Let's go.
When it comes to the duel, it's all aiming. I think at the professional level, everyone is good at aiming. So it's like, here we go. Like, is someone gonna go crazy and just, you know, win the entire thing?
Yes.
Or is somebody gonna whiff? Like, I think that duel aspect would be so cool. So I also heard that there's gonna be some new content in the closed beta. Is there anything that you could share with us, you know, today before it releases?
We will pushing new characters. They are quite functional. I think they are good functional. One of the character is not from Earth. It looks like an alien. He can do some information things. And the other one I think is also very functional. It's kind of TP function.
What's that one character, the sand girl?
Yeah, sand girl.
Yeah, she TPs. I love because I throw the tornado and I TP inside the tornado and flame people. So I think teleporting, I mean, it's so strong.
She is quite strong. She's quite good because she can get information with no cost.
And then she can cancel it, yeah.
A game mode I can talk.
Timmy, that shot.
We all like the duels, so we make a special mode just for duel. 8 players, you match together to play a duel, 1-on-1. You have like 7 lives. You cost all the lives, you get banned. So the last one standing will be the winner.
Awesome.
You said you get banned. You lose, you are banned. That's a crazy game mode. Early October, you can play the closed beta. So make sure to sign up so you can play the closed beta because you don't want to miss out.
Yes, obviously the closed beta is not here now. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I flipping love this game. Can't wait for all of you to try it. If you haven't tried it, if you have tried it, let me know. And what is your favorite card? Let me know in the comments down below. Like, follow, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Audience won't say my English is trash and criticize on me.
I know. I think everyone in the comments will think your English is great.
Okay, thank you. Thank you everyone. Yes.